Wondering how to save money grocery shopping? Well, I'm here to give you 50 ways to save money at the grocery store. We're going to go fast. I'm going to give you a lot of different ideas. Pick and choose the ones that'll work for you, and here we go. Make a list and stick to it. Easy way to save. Make your list. Know your stock-up prices. What's a good price and when should you buy it? Shop for basics at the cheapest grocery store. Depending on where you live, this could vary. Most likely it will be a Walmart and Aldi, but compare your prices and know your cheapest grocery store. Shop at more than one store. Simple fact of life, if you have time, it will save money to shop at more than one store. Use grocery store pickup to watch your totals. Not only does this save you time, but it does allow you to very carefully watch your total when you are shopping on a budget. Shop more frequently to take advantage of all the weekly sales. Shop less often to limit your impulse buys. Shop the sales. This really should be first, and if you take away nothing else from this video, please, please, please shop the sales. You will save so much money doing so. Stock up on the sales. Not only do you need to shop those sales, but when you see a good deal on something that you buy regularly, go ahead, take advantage, and stock up on all those sale items so you don't have to pay full price for quite a while. Find the markdown section in your grocery store and be sure to check it every time you shop. Sometimes you won't find anything, other times you'll find some really great deals. It's always worth checking out. Menu plan around what's on sale this week. Know your seasonal sales. I have a whole playlist of everything that is on sale on every given month. It's worth checking out. There are free printables because by knowing your seasonal sales, that allows you to take full advantage of all those deals every month. Buy produce when it's on season and, of course, yes, when it's on sale. Eat your leftovers. Nothing worse than letting food go to waste after you've spent good money on it. Eat your leftovers. If you don't want to eat them right now, freeze them for later. Skip expensive one-time use ingredients. If you've never used it before, you're probably not going to use it again, and is it really worth the money? Just skip it or find a cheaper substitution. Skip pre-packaged and pre-cut convenience foods. You are paying for the convenience of getting something pre-washed and cut up. It's a much better deal to go ahead and buy a big bag of carrots or buy your head of lettuce, take it home, wash it, and cut it up yourself. Along those lines, skip the individual sized bags of food. Again, I know it's convenient, but you will save a lot of money if you buy a big bag of one of those items and then package it yourself at home in small sized bags if you need to. Use your freezer. Having an extra freezer, whether it's an extra upright one like this or the one above your fridge, it will save you so much money. Use every inch of your freezer and it will allow you to stock up on those perishable sales. Buy frozen vegetables because they are often cheaper and will last longer than fresh ones. Keep meals in your freezer to avoid takeout, whether it's a meal you have cooked and prepped ahead of time, whether it's some chopped up meat that can quickly be made into a meal, or even if it's a frozen pizza for those days when you don't feel like cooking. However you do it, it will save you money if you keep meals in your freezer. Eat meatless meals. Even skipping meat once a week, once or twice a week, it will definitely help reduce your grocery budget. Find cheaper meals of soups and casseroles that your family likes and enjoys. I know every family is different, but look for those cheaper meals that your family enjoys, even if it's something simple like breakfast for dinner, which my family loves. Look for manager markdowns in the meat section. Bring them home and stick them right in your freezer to have meat on a budget. Start building a stockpile. Fill your pantry with all those sales and deals. And yes, I do have a complete tour of my stockpile up here in the basement, everything I have built on a budget. After shopping the sales, having a stockpile is the next best way to save your family money. So go ahead and use all these tips I'm sharing and start building your stockpile with me. Buy 1 for now and 2 for later, or more depending on how good the sales are. Buy in bulk, especially for non-perishable items like your paper products or your toiletries. Know what's cheaper at club stores and what's not. Not everything at Sam's Club and Costco is a good deal, even though there are quite a few good deals to be found there. Just know what really is a good deal. Buy generics and buy name brands when they're cheaper than generics. When you're at the grocery store, buy items that are at the back of the shelf and look for those with the longest expiration date to stretch your money a little bit further and know that the foods will last longer. Use less. This is true in the kitchen, whether you're using less meat in a recipe, or it's true when you're in the shower. Use a little less shampoo, use a little less detergent. Any way you can stretch it by using a little less will help save you money. And yes, some of this is trial and error to find out what using less quantities you can use in your family. Make cheaper ingredient substitutions. For example, we know eggs are really expensive right now. Did you know you can make a flax egg, which is 1 tablespoon of ground flax and 3 tablespoons of water, and use it in place of an egg when you're baking? We don't have any allergies, but I do this just as a way to stretch our money and save a little bit on eggs right now. Look for other cheaper substitutions you can make like this too. Bake your own bread. I've been doing this for years after I ran the calculations and realized it cost me 50 to 75 cents to make a loaf of homemade bread that is delicious and my kids love. It saves us so much money by baking our homemade bread. Yes, I'll leave a link to my favorite bread making recipe below. Buy a sharper cheese. When you buy a sharper or stronger cheese, you'll find you don't need to use as much. So it's a great way to save some money. Go ahead, start buying some sharper cheese. As my grandma always said, use a spatula. A spatula is a great way to get every little bit out of a jar, rinse it out, use that spatula, get into all the nooks and crannies, and get every last little bit out. Cook more from scratch. I know this is a time issue for some, but when you cook more from scratch, you will save money. On the flip side though, know when making things homemade saves you money and when it doesn't. Time is money, and there are certain things that are very time intensive that for me personally, I have found are not worth the money. But I do bake my own homemade bread. I make my own yogurt in a crock pot. There are a lot of things I do that save us money and are worth the time for me. But you need to figure out when homemade saves you money and when it doesn't. Make a menu plan. Knowing what you're going to eat that week saves you a lot of money and keeps you away from the drive-thru. You can also develop a meal rotation, knowing that you're going to have tacos on Tuesday, soup on Wednesday, leftovers on Thursday. Knowing what you're going to eat every week like that takes a lot of the hard work out of meal planning. Pay attention to the loss leaders on the front of your grocery store ad. I know you might not get them in the mail anymore, I don't, but when you're looking at a flyer, the deals that are listed on the front are called loss leaders because those are often the greatest sales. Still pay attention to your wholesale flyer, but pay particular attention to those loss leaders. Use receipt or coupon apps like Ibotta or Fetch. Fetch is definitely my favorite, and we'll talk more about that in future videos. For now, my link is below. If you haven't tried using them, Fetch is the absolute easiest. Just take a picture of your receipt and you will get points every time you shop. So it's a great way to make some money while you're saving money. Clip digital coupons. Paper coupons aren't as frequent as they used to be, and yes, you can still use them, but I mainly do digital coupons now, so take full advantage of all your stores that offer digital coupons and go ahead and clip them. Use grocery store apps. Every store does vary, but this is often how you can easily see your sales flyer and clip digital coupons, and a lot of times they'll have hidden deals for you inside those apps, so get familiar with the apps at the stores near you. Compare prices between different stores. When you are willing to shop at more than one store, it allows you to find the best deals. So compare those prices between stores and find which has the best deal. This is true for your regular, everyday low prices as well as your sale prices. Check unit prices to find the best price per ounce. This is very important to do. A lot of shelf tags now do say it right on there, or use your calculator and figure it out. But compare the unit prices to find out what really is the best deal and price. Follow YouTubers like me who will help you save money on groceries. If you've enjoyed this video, I do share Frugal Grocery Haul every Thursday on this channel, where I will share all the deals and the sales that I'm finding, as well as more tips and tricks to help you stretch your grocery budget too. There are lots of other great YouTubers out there who share same kind of content like this, whether it's Frugal Fit Mom or See Mindy Mom. Find the ones that you connect with and follow them so we can help you save money on your groceries. Take advantage of buy one, get one free deals, sometimes labeled as BOGO. This is basically where you are paying full price for one item and the second one is free. But if you average it together, it means you're getting them both for 50% off. So that's a great and easy way to save some money. Shop Amazon Subscribe and Save to save money on your toiletries and household products, as well as, yes, sometimes food. You can find some really good deals on Amazon. Shop for toiletries at Dollar Tree, but yes, do make sure you compare your ounces to make sure you're getting a good deal. Think outside the box. There are so many different ways to save money on groceries, and I've just hit on, yes, 50 of them, but there are still more ways. Think outside the box. Be creative. Try to stretch your budget however you can, and don't be afraid to try something new to see if it will save you money. There you have it. There are 50 different ways to save money grocery shopping. Yes, I know some of these may seem common sense and some may have seemed contradictory. Not every tip is going to work for every person. So pick and choose the ones that will work for you. Give some of them a try. Try something new this coming year or in this coming month and see which ways will work to save you money. Thanks so much for joining me in this video. I do love talking about saving money on groceries, so I hope you'll join me in the future because we have a lot more things to talk about in this coming year about ways to save money at the grocery store. Let me know in the comments, what was your favorite tip that I shared, or do you have a different one that you like to use to save money at the grocery store? And then if you want to see how this works, you'll want to check out this video next about how I've built a stockpile on a budget using all of these tips. Thanks so much for joining me, and I'll see you in the next video.